Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Today, we're featuring the Tops Mountain Lion. Badassery. Before we do that, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, I love you. You have a place here. We back to blue over here with Sport Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So, I apologize for the attire there. It was late and I was getting ready to go to bed. Let me give you some specs on the Tops Mountain Lion. Now, this is another knife that my brother from another mother, Kurt, let me borrow. It is straight up. I love it. I carried it yesterday on our hike. Very comfortable, very sharp. Even though he's used it, it's got a recurve blade. I'll give you some quick specs. The overall length is 10 and 3/4 inches. We got a blade length of 5 and 5 inches, 5.5 inches. A really nice finger choil right there. Of course, it's 1095. It's from Tops. Heat treat is 56 to 58. It's a drop point, and the handle scales are G10. It's got some really, really nice liners there. Really nice jimping on the back. That is a false swedge, or it's not false. It's just not sharpened. Now, we're not going to discuss the sheath in this one. For some reason, Kurt swapped sheaths on it, so it's not a stock sheath that I'm carrying with it. I believe their sheath is the normal that ballistic nylon or whatever, and you can check that out. But they didn't have it, so we're not going to focus on it. Here we're doing the Donnie B All Day drop test and throw it at the stump test to check the balance, to check the tip, to check the edge, see if it holds up, and it did. I'm a Tops fan. I said that the other day. Two, I am a recurved blade fan. Now, some people have a little trouble sharpening them. I understand that. Sorry about that. Lola and Tucker were disagreeing. Like I said, though, some people have a little trouble sharpening a recurve. For me, it just hadn't been an issue. That's one of the few things in this journey I hadn't really struggled with. And guys, it's strictly a personal preference. I don't care who says what and what kind of expert they are. Knives are subjective. It's what you like, it's what you don't. And for me, I just like a recurve blade. Some do, some don't. There's that. Now, again, I am a big Tops knife fan. And I really, man, the last two, the Trail Seeker and this one, have been a really, really, really nice change of pace from what I've been doing. And they've handled very well. I will say this, there's no hot spots in the handle on this. I like G10 material. I love my Carta, but I like G10 as well. Now, a little interesting footnote. This is called the Mountain Lion. This design had input from the 10th Mountain Division, active and retired members. If you know anything about the 10th Mountain, they are a tough group, and they had a lot of input into this knife, and it's one that they do carry, if I'm not mistaken. I know Tops makes a lot of combat/utility knives, and that is what this knife falls under. Now, I've said this many, many times. I can't really fight anybody with a knife or stab them without going to jail, so we have to show the utility part. I'm well aware that it's a weapon, well aware of all that. Now, right here, we're doing the John Peters stab test. I do this test for a couple of reasons. One, if a knife's got a tip on it, it'll stab, okay? But I do this to test the hot spots in the handle, slippage, anything like that. And of course, this handle for me is just out of sight, man. What I say, it was like 10 3/4 overall length. There's a little thickness comparison. That's the sidewall of a tire, and I named this test after John Peters. Now, most of the times we'll get through two pieces. This time we got through two with a little extra to spare. So it's a really, really, really good stabber. And like I said, I do it to test like the slippage and the hot spots and things like that. It's probably a 6 or 8 inch punch, basically, is what we're doing. We don't come back over our head and try to go crazy with it. Just some good, hard, downward stabs. Now, right here, this is some of that old petrified wood from Home Depot that I've had for a couple of months. Knife has no problem. And that's why I like a lot of Tops knives. They're multi-purpose. There are a couple that are job specific. But this one and the Trail Seeker, and up there in the right hand corner you can see that it had zero problem cutting through that water hose. Zero problem whatsoever. We do several different kind of cuts, stress it a little bit. One thing I wanted to do is just keep kind of processing this firewood right here because it is a really, really dense, hard wood. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not being smart when I say, now, obviously it's not petrified, but it's pretty damn close. Now, here we're going to do just a quick few hard downward chops. This is a piece of pressure treated 4x4. I'm doing this for a couple reasons. One, just to see if we got any edge rolling, anything like that. And two, to see how well it chops. Now, with it being a recurve blade, it does give you a little more on the chopping side. It's only 5.5 inches long, but honestly, it did a fantastic job, man. Really, really good bites and just some good hard downward stabs. Now here's our zip tie test that I like doing. Probably not the best way to do this test, but again, I like to make it as difficult on myself as I can. You know, that way when I stab myself, you can be like, Scab, we told you. Now, it's got that nice finger choil, and I want to say this, I love, and not a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. Again, it's subjective, and let me take this time to just put my disclaimer in. When it comes to like woods work, bushcrafty stuff, I'm a novice at best, and I do that every damn time. I pull the string right through them little fat fingers. I'm a novice at best, but as we've gone and as we've grown, and as I've learned more and more on how to use the knife, I can tell you, for small tasks, things like that, it's got some nice jimping on the back, and that finger choil is very, very comfortable. So I can choke up. There's that coarse hair type rope that's a pain in the butt to cut. Again, Mountain Lion had no problem with it. But I like choking up, like being able to do the fine work. And I'll say this, for a 10 3/4 inch overall knife, the control that you're able to get with the jimping and the choil is insane. Sometimes, and you guys will know what I'm talking about, if you get a blade that's a little longer, now it's badass, and I love big knives. I love them. Y'all know I do. I love big choppers. But sometimes you can have a knife, even if it's got a nice big choil, the knife's still difficult to control. This knife is insanely easy to control, and it does a phenomenal job at each task. I try to show you in all these videos, we just do common day-to-day tasks. Cut plastic, cut rope, cut paracord, cut wood. Do a little light batoning if you're going to be at a campsite. We cut some cardboard. Now, this cardboard kicked my ass up front. It's not the knife's fault. There we're using the tip just to make some quick slices. Here in a minute, you'll sit right there, son, just whipping me, just jumped on me. Good Lord. But old Scab, a lesser reviewer probably would have quit right there, but old Scab battled through. Y'all know how I do. Now listen, we got a couple minutes left. Yep, it's just killing me there. We do make a comeback. I make a comeback, put that recurve on it, son, and look like a camp master. Now, over the next few days, guys, y'all are going to see me a lot. I hate putting out a whole lot of videos at once, because I do, and I want to say this, I truly appreciate y'all choosing to watch my videos. I truly appreciate you clicking on them and watching them. And I hate taking up too much of your time, but we got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to put out another outdoorsy, kind of a campy, kayaky deal this evening with me and Megatron, and I hope and I pray that you guys will support that. I really want to get the outdoors part going. And the only way to do that, man, is if you guys share, if you like, if you hit subscribe. I would greatly appreciate you. Now, I mentioned Donnie B all day up front. Let's make sure he's marching to 10,000. Subscribe to him. Please subscribe to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. This upcoming Saturday, Big Red EDC and Neves Knives. Yes, JB and Jared will both be on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. We're going to broadcast live from Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Please, please, please be subscribed there. Well, guys, listen. This is the Mountain Lion from Tops. It's straight up badassery. Also, Woodsman Knives channel. I'm going to mention it till the guy gets over 1,000. It's ridiculous that he's not. Or over 500. It's ridiculous that he's not. The man's giving away some badass giveaways. Woodsman Knives channel. Well, guys, Mikey says it best. Everything's going to be all right. I'm Scab. You're not. It's Tops Mountain Lion. I love it. I'm gone, son.